Hello my little ghosts, and welcome back to my channel. If you enjoy my stories, please consider liking and subscribing, and make sure you turn on all notifications to be informed whenever I upload a new video. Without further ado, let's dive right into tonight's story. I did this once, despite having received several warnings from my grandmother at the time. And I have never disobeyed her again in this regard. It's been 10 years since her passing, and to this day, I'm still terrified of even getting close to old trees, especially at night. If you want to see for yourself, and I don't know why anyone would be foolish enough to want to try this, here is what you have to do. Oh, and before you say anything about how I was stupid enough to do it, keep in mind that I was a kid, alright? We were playing hide and seek. I didn't even remember what my granny said while climbing that goddamn tree. Now to continue. The older and bigger the tree is, the more chances you have of finding one of them there. For me, it was a 100-and-something-year-old oak tree in the back of my friend's yard. I don't know what they are. My granny used to call them night fays. What I do know is, you're likely to spot them if you wait long enough in the branches. She used to say that they live in the roots and trunk of the tree, and you can easily hear them at night. They repeatedly knock the wood to call to each other, making it sound like just a woodpecker. So once you start hearing the knocking, know that at least one of them is there. They lure in curious pets by moving around the tree branches, and once your precious doggy or cat gets just close enough to the trunk, they snatch them, break their neck, and feed off of them. So if your pet happens to go missing, and you know you have an old tree around the house, don't even bother looking. You won't find a clue. Bones are their favorite part anyways. As with humans, as of you, if you choose to go night fae hunting, if it's only one of them, you might be lucky enough to only get away mentally scarred by the sight. You see, one is not strong enough to take down a grown adult, but if there's several of them, best of luck to you. When I first saw it, it was alone. It hung upside down from a branch, staring at me with the look of hunger and curiosity on its face. It was extraordinarily slender, almost skeletal now that I come to think of it. It had a long, serpent-like tail and bright yellow eyes. It couldn't have been bigger than a monkey, but I just knew it was deadly. I froze in place while making eye contact with it. I memorized that face as the sight before me simply got burned on my retina. The thing had an almost human-like skull. And I say skull because the bones were almost bare, like the flesh was melting off of them. It had fangs like a feline, but larger. Half of that hideous face was just rows upon rows of sharp teeth, much like a shark, you know. It had no nose. It was breathing through its mouth, almost panting, I guess, and drooling uncontrollably while looking at me. And the thing that struck me the most were those spiraling horns. It had horns like a ram protruding from the sides of its head. I'm pretty sure I could have died by its claws that night if it wasn't for the fact that my friend found me. He came in yelling my name while running towards the tree, and the monster lifted itself up in a flash, getting lost in the foliage. I shakily descended and urged my friend to help me, to call to the others and go inside. I kept quiet for the rest of the night, not telling anyone about what I've seen, for I was sure they would not believe me anyways. But I know what I saw. And I know they're out there, so please, try to stay away from old trees at night.